Hello, hello, hello. Who's going first then?
I do cooking class, and I got told you've done cooking before, and what's the best thing you've ever made?
Best thing I've ever made. Well, I got told the other day that my spaghetti bolognese was very good. But I've heard, are you very good at baking? What's your best thing you've baked?
Probably upside down cake, because sometimes when I turn it upside down, it crumbles sometimes, and I have to try and put it back together, and it can be a bit hard to make it perfect.
I'm sure it still tastes nice though, does it?
Yeah.
I'm not very good at baking, so I might have to improve my skills in that department.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you ever get tired in the middle of a match from all the running?
I do, yes. Sometimes you get tired, but when you're in a game, you just have to keep telling yourself to keep going and not to switch off, because in my position as a defender, if you make one mistake, it could lead to a goal. So it's always important, even when you are tired, to keep going and talk to yourself positively, all right? So when you are tired and you feel like, oh, this is hard, you tell yourself that, you've trained hard and to keep going.
Thank you.
Thank you. Don't be shy, it's all right. Who's up?
How did you feel when you scored your first goal?
Oh God, I'm thinking back a very long time ago, I think. I remember my England goal. That was a good memory. Don't ask us who it was against. You might know.
Montenegro.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's always nice to score, but I do say I'd rather assist than score. I think that's a better feeling.
Yeah.
I knew you'd remember.
What's the best thing about being a footballer?
The best thing about being a footballer? The best thing about it is it doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like a chore, should I say. And I think it's just nice to be a footballer, especially because I've said I always wanted to be one when I was younger. So yeah, I find myself very lucky and grateful for that I'm able to be a footballer.
Thank you, Charlie.
What's your EA24 written?
What's me what?
EA24 written.
Is that FIFA?
Yeah. FIFA 24.
I don't actually know, to be honest. I don't play FIFA. Do you know it?
No.
Oh, you'll have to find out. Yeah, we'll go with 87, that's quite good, yeah? Yeah, I think it's probably around about that, yeah.
Who's your best friend at Man City?
Do you know what? I'll tell you something. Everyone calls me the mum of the team. So I float around everyone and I get on with everyone. But I'd probably say my good friend is probably Steph and Chloe.
When you were younger, who did you look up to?
So I actually looked up to Jessica Ennis. Do any of you know who she is? No? Too young. Anyway, she's a track athlete. So I actually looked up to her because I thought she was, what she was doing for women in sport at the time. Yeah, she was really inspiring. And then football-wise, I looked up to a footballer called Rachel Yankee. And if you don't know who she is, get on Google, because she was very good. And obviously, Mr. Williamson here was was a very good person for me, a very good role model. He always encouraged me to be the best. Yeah, that's why we stay in touch. That's why I'm here today, to help you, because what Mr. Williamson did for me, I was very lucky to have a good person in my life. And I hope that, me coming in to see you guys can, help you, inspire you, and give you a little bit of extra motivation to do and be whoever you want to be.
Were you nervous the first time you played at Wembley?
Yeah, so I remember, I think the first time I played at Wembley, I think we played against Germany, and it wasn't a very good day, let's just say. But yeah, you always get nervous, but I always say nerves are good if you can channel them in the right way. So if you ever feel nervous, don't be worried. It's good, it means you're ready, it means you're excited. and that you can enjoy yourself. So don't be worried if you ever get nervous for an exam, a football game, or anything you do.
How do you prepare for a match?
The way I prepare for a game, I tell myself that because I've trained hard all week and you've gone through your game plan and you know what you have to do and you know what your opponent might do, I always focus on that so I don't have to worry too much. And I think just be consistent with your training, with what you eat. So I always try and eat the same meal the night before. And then if you travel as well with the team, you probably get the same food as well. So yeah, I think I just try and be consistent in what you do. And then that way you don't have to worry about too much. Or if you do have a bad game, which is fine, we all have bad days, bad games, you're not picking your brain saying, well, I shouldn't have done this, and if I had have done that, this might have happened. So I think if you stay consistent with anything that you do, you should have a good outcome.
Why was Mr. Williamson a positive influence for you?
Very good question. I like that. Mr. Williamson was a very good influence on me because when I was growing up, I didn't have very many male figures, you know, good people around me. So Mr. Williamson was really good for that. Again, he really encouraged me to play football. You know, he taught me I was good. He taught me I was talented. And when you're young and you're growing up, that's what you need. You need positive people around you. And he was really good with that. And I knew I could always, if I was ever unsure or had any questions or needed a bit of guidance, I knew I could always go to Mr. Williamson and ask, you know, well, what do you think about this? Or, you know, what's your thoughts on this? So, and it doesn't matter who that person is. It could be, you know, your mum, your dad, your nan, your gran, a friend. But I think when you're young, recognise who the good people are in your life. And you guys are young at the minute, but as you get older, you'll understand and say, oh, I remember Demi saying that. Because it's so important to have good, positive people around you, because I always say what you're around is who you become. So if you're around positive people and nice people, that's how you'll turn out. So I was very lucky to have Mr. Williamson and other good people around.
Yeah.
I would just say about Demi as well, when she was growing up. One of the things Demi did was that she never allowed other people to influence what she wanted to do. So because she was the only girl playing football and she had other people wanting her to do other things that maybe were going to take her down a different path, she had a very, very strong sense of mind and purpose, and she did what she knew that she should do to help her with a football career. And I think she used to jokingly call herself Demi No Mates, was a little bit of a nickname she gave herself. Because whereas sometimes when girls get to 12 or 13 and they're maybe going out doing other things, Demi was already training on her own, because there wasn't really a place for her to go in terms of football with other girls of her age, and she did what she thought was right for her. And also Demi also had her nan as well, and your nan was an absolutely fantastic person to have around, and her nan gave great advice too. And so Demi always did the right thing, and her attitude was always spot on, and it never changed from being little, from being your age, right the way through to being a professional footballer today.
If you could challenge yourself to raise money for children in need, what would it be and why?
What challenge would I pick? Do you know what? I'm going to take it back to old school, and I would do a keep you up challenge. Who's good at keep you ups? Yeah? Yeah, no, I'd do a keep you up challenge to raise money, and yeah, I'd pick it because it takes me back to being young, when you have to worry about nothing and forget about everything. And it's for a good cause.
How many can you do?
1,000 in a week.
Don't know, you know. I used to play outside and just challenge, just do them all the time.
All left foot?
No, right? Come on. I hope you've all had fun today, because I have. Thank you for your questions, they were very good. and hopefully I'll see you again soon.